Have you ever been in a relationship where everything feels right, the connection is strong, the vibes are real, but for some reason the guy just won't commit? Maybe he avoids the "what are we" talk, changes the subject when things get serious, or says he's not ready for anything long-term. And it leaves you wondering, what's really going on? The truth is, when a man seems uncertain or afraid to commit, it's not always about you. In fact, it's usually about what's going on inside him. And in this video, we're going to break down exactly why some men hesitate, stall, or even run away from commitment. Let's talk about the real reasons behind it, so you can stop blaming yourself, start understanding the psychology behind it, and make smart, confident choices in your relationships. Here's why some men are afraid to commit. Number 1. Fear of losing freedom. Some men see commitment as the end of their independence. They think being in a relationship means giving up the freedom to do what they want, when they want, without answering to anyone. This fear doesn't always come from a bad place. Sometimes, it comes from past experiences where they felt controlled or stuck. If a man equates commitment with losing himself, he's going to hesitate. The key is helping him see that a healthy relationship isn't about restriction. It's about partnership. But if he's not emotionally mature enough to see that yet, he might keep pulling away. Number 2. Past trauma or heartbreak. A lot of men carry emotional scars from past relationships, even if they don't talk about it. Maybe they were cheated on. Maybe they loved someone deeply and it ended badly. Maybe they saw their parents go through a messy divorce. These experiences shape how they view love and commitment. If their past taught them that getting close equals getting hurt, they'll hesitate. They might even self-sabotage to protect themselves from future pain. This isn't your fault, and it's not your job to heal him. But understanding this pattern helps you see that his fear isn't always about the present. It's often about the past. Number 3. He's not ready for responsibility. Commitment isn't just emotional. It comes with real responsibility, time, energy, consideration, showing up even when it's hard. Some men, especially those still figuring out who they are or what they want, just aren't ready for that level of responsibility. They might enjoy the relationship, the intimacy, the connection, but when it comes to stepping up, they freeze. Because deep down, they know they're not prepared to handle it like a grown man should. This doesn't make him evil, but it does mean he's not in a place to give you what you need. Number 4. He wants the benefits without the commitment. Let's be honest. Some men like the idea of a relationship, but only on their terms. They want the affection, the connection, the support, the intimacy, but they don't want to be held accountable. They don't want to be exclusive. They don't want the expectations that come with being a real partner. This kind of man isn't afraid of commitment. He just doesn't value it. And that's a red flag. Because if someone's only in it for the perks, without the responsibility, you're going to end up drained and disappointed. Know the difference between fear and selfishness. One can be worked through. The other is a dead end. Number 5. He hasn't matured emotionally. Emotional maturity is the ability to handle discomfort, have real conversations, admit when you're wrong, and commit to something bigger than yourself. Some men just haven't developed this yet. They avoid deep emotional connection. They run when things get serious. They don't know how to be vulnerable. So when it comes to commitment, they're simply not equipped to handle the emotional depth it requires. You'll hear them say things like, "I'm just not good at relationships," or "I don't know what I want." That's not an excuse. It's a sign of emotional immaturity. And unless they're actively working on it, you're going to feel like you're dating a grown boy, not a grown man. Number 6. He's afraid of choosing wrong. Some men are perfectionists when it comes to relationships. They're terrified of committing to the wrong person and feeling stuck. So instead of making a choice, they stay in a state of maybe. They wait for a perfect feeling, a perfect moment, or a perfect person, which doesn't exist. They'll say things like, "I don't want to rush it," or "let's just see where this goes." And while that might sound reasonable, it's often just fear in disguise. Commitment involves risk. There's no way around it. And some men stay stuck because they're too afraid to take that risk. Number 7. He's content with how things are. Sometimes a man won't commit simply because he's comfortable with the current situation. If he's getting emotional support, physical intimacy, companionship, and all the benefits of a relationship without having to fully step up, he might not see any reason to change. If there's no standard being set, no boundaries, and no expectation, he'll stay in that comfortable zone for as long as he's allowed. That's why it's so important for you to know what you want and not settle for less while hoping he changes. Number 8. He's just not that into the relationship. This one's tough to hear, but it needs to be said. Sometimes, the reason a man doesn't commit is because he doesn't feel deeply enough about the relationship to invest long-term. He may enjoy parts of it, but he doesn't see a future. Instead of ending things, he might keep it going out of convenience or fear of being alone. If you feel like you're always waiting for him to meet you halfway, that's a sign. You deserve someone who chooses you with clarity, not someone who keeps you in limbo. Let's bring it all together. Men who are afraid to commit usually fall into one or more of these categories. Number 1. They fear losing their freedom. Number 2. They're carrying pain from the past. Number 3. They're not ready for real responsibility. Number 4. They want the benefits without the commitment. Number 5. They lack emotional maturity. Number 6. They fear choosing the wrong person. Number 7. They're comfortable and don't want to change. Number 8. They're not fully invested in the relationship. Here's what I want you to remember. His fear is not your fault. His uncertainty is not your job to fix. And his indecision is not a reason for you to shrink yourself or stay stuck. You deserve someone who is emotionally available, ready to grow, and excited to build a future with you. Don't settle for maybe. Don't stay where there's confusion. And don't waste your time trying to prove your worth to someone who can't see it. Clarity is love. Confusion is a warning. Choose wisely. If this video gave you some clarity, like it, share it, and subscribe for more real talk about relationships, self-worth, and how to love without losing yourself. And as always, thanks for watching.